Hello, everyone. Someone asked me in one of my recent videos about my accent or like where my accent is from or whatever. Unfortunately, I had to delete that video for various reasons, so I wasn't able to answer it. So I thought that I would answer it though in a video. And well, I actually try to deliberately speak with as general of an accent as possible. So mainly because for there are a number of reasons. One, because I like to blend in culturally to where I can be from anywhere because that way I can assemble and belong to any culture and learn from that culture more easily. And I've always also just always liked the general American accent the most. Um, well, I mean, I technically probably like the British accent more, but it would be ridiculous if I attempted to do a British accent. So that's why I try to speak with a general American accent. Now, of course, I'm from Kentucky, and because of that, I will say certain things that may give me away that I am from the South. So, for example, if I become very emotional, there may be a bit more Southern in my voice, or if I become like very tired or very relaxed, or there are certain things I might say like mountain, where I may not pronounce the G that may give me away certain slang terms, but in general I try to speak. Of course, I've never really had that strong of an accent, mainly because even though I live in Kentucky, I don't really interact with the culture very much at large. Therefore, I haven't been very affected by it. So even though regionally I live in Kentucky, I haven't been affected very much by the accent. And now, as a child, I did speak somewhat more with a heavier Kentucky accent to the point where sometimes you could hardly understand me. But I think that was largely as a result of the influence that I had in school. In fact, people can be far more influenced by their family and the people they hang out with than their specific region. There are some people, for example, who have accents, so thick that I know that I can barely understand what they're saying. And I'm from Kentucky, and then so it's really sometimes more about who your family is and how they speak than it is about where you're from specifically. And of course, my family, they most of them have slightly heavier accents than I do, but it's still not very noticeable in comparison to a lot of people in Kentucky. In Kentucky, you have people, you have a variety of people. You have people who have very thick accents who kind of sound like this, and then you have the people who most people will probably have a slight accent, but not but but it's not enough to be distracting. Then you have some people like me who hardly have any accent at all except for when they say certain things. So so my accent is I would say is general American with some slight undertones of Kentucky, depending on what I say or my emotional state.